I'm Sara Hirner.
And I'm Rosemary Vasquez Brown.
And we directed GNT.
Featured in the short film section of the 2021 Sundance Film Festival.
Do you want more joy in your life?
Do you want to laugh a little bit more today?
Would you like clearer skin?
Whiter teeth?
Would you like to bring world peace at large?
Do you need another reason to go watch GNT?
I could know a little bit more.
Okay, fine. We'll let you know a little bit more.
GNT frames the contradictions of female friendship through Glenn, Nikki, and Tammy, and their dynamic, often antagonistic codependency.
GNT was inspired by real conversations we had with each other and friends. We hope it inspires you to baselessly validate your own vulgar curiosities, or at the very least, makes you giggle.
We are so honored and excited for our film to be included alongside so much talent this year.
Go watch it!
I love your background.
Hello, Rosemary. Hi. Hey, Sara.
Cool. Look at that background.
Amazing.
Got to do it up right. How are you guys today?
Great.
Better now.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me today to discuss your Sundance animated film, GNT. Sara, this was inspired by real conversations, wasn't it?
Yes. Unfortunately, we were inspired by the conversations we were having with our friends, and the sort of lengths we'll go to overshare all the really, really intimate details of our lives and validate completely abnormal behavior because we're terrible friends.
Rosemary, there's honest dialogue in GNT, and I had to admit, I had to Google thrush, well, you made me blush. You're making me blush right now. So.
Yeah, we found out that it didn't translate well in the US and some other places because thrush is, I didn't realize it's just only used in Australia really, and maybe England, but not really. But we found out that because Glenn starts out not knowing what thrush is and feeling like an outsider in that regard. And unintentionally, maybe the audience who don't know what thrush is, maybe go on the journey with her, figuring it out and a little bit lost, but it works in that way as well, which we're kind of excited by.
And Sara, GNT is definitely through the female gaze, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we're both female and the film centers on 3 females. So I think whether it's intentional or not, it's definitely present. But I think we do sort of lean into that as well. The girls are having probably a uniquely female experience in some ways. But I think it's still relatable. I don't think you don't have to be female to watch it by any means or to understand it. And thrush is just a yeast infection. So,
well, it was for a guy, it was like being in a conversation I shouldn't be in, but it was educational. I thought it was very educational. And Rosemary, voices for Glenn, Tammy, and Nikki. How did you choose them? Were they friends of yours, or did you have real actors, or?
Yeah, well, they were a bit of everything. We only had a specific idea of what we wanted for Nikki, the little whiny one in the corner, and because Sara loved Kemah Bob's voice. I don't know if you know Kemah Bob, and it's just super nasally, and we're like, where can we find this? And one of our tutors from uni was like, oh, I think I know someone exactly like this, and brought her in, and she barely needed to do a test. We were like, yeah, that's it, you've got the voice. And the other 2 were just by from friends and stuff, and we had our voice actor for our main character kind of drop out, and we had to quickly find a replacement, and just had this girl that had the energy of Glenn when she was walking around. And we're
speaking of Glenn, Sara, how come drama follows her everywhere she goes?
I think Glenn is really intent on making everyone else's drama her own. And I think she's really intent on being the center of attention. She needs a lot of external validation to sort of prove to herself that she even exists. So I think she's the natural catalyst for a lot of chaos. And that often happens, trying to be the center of attention. She'll do anything for it. As you can tell, she's shameless.
She does, I'll tell you that. And Rosemary, can you describe the animation style of GNT? Was there a specific look or something you were achieving?
Yeah, well, we're both animators and illustrators, and we both have very distinct styles. And we were making comics with these girls and their stories beforehand, so we did not want to lose that illustrative style that can sometimes get lost or sacrificed when you go to animate it. And so we just wanted to keep that gritty style as much as possible without, going wild with color. And that's why it's quite minimal, just so that you know that what you're looking at, and it's really simple, but also not too, or it helps the chaos.
And when did you both hear you were accepted to Sundance? I mean, where were you, the time and place, and how excited were you?
Oh my God. I
Very excited.
Yeah, we're both at work, and I got like a chaotic phone call from Sarah, and we weren't allowed to tell anyone, obviously. So we were like busting all day and so happy. Sarah, you were unbelievable.
It has to be like the high point. I mean, to be accepted into Sundance is pretty cool.
Yes,
Yeah,
very
no.
much.
Well, congratulations. I enjoyed your show very much. And thank you for talking to me. And good luck at the festival this year.
Thank you so much.